Hello, everyone, and I'm back. Okay, so this is a love spell. This spell is not to bring a new lover in, but to continue to keep the flow within your current relationships. And if things are rocky, within your relationships and you light this certain candle and that person is not the person that's supposed to be there with you, or it's the person that completed their contract but has overstayed, this will have the reversal uh job on you. So you have to be careful when you do love spells for people. I'm gonna give you guys the ingredients of what I use. Some of these candles are so old and like twisted and everything, but I'm gonna use them anyway because it's the color and the intention that matters. There's two pink ones and two red ones. I'm currently recording without a tripod. I'm just using my hands, so you'll see my little hands running around. By the time you see this video, it's the candle's gonna be done and the spell's gonna be done and over with. However, if you want to see how the spell actually works or how it looks like, then you can head over to my Instagram, because by the time this is done and you're watching this video, I would have uploaded the what you call it, the picture of how the setting is gonna look, so that you can have some sort of idea of how to put things together. I used to be not fond of this a couple of months ago. Yes, I have a whole bunch of stuff on top of my desk. It's the new moon. I'm working. Because people will not learn to be original, etc., etc. But there's a lot of things that I'm leaving out. So I'm giving you guys what you need, or some sort of an idea of what you would need, but I'm not giving you everything that I'm doing. I'm not showing you the entire setup. I'm going to just show you how the candles are supposed to be set up in the picture. Not in this video, but in the picture. And then you can take it on from there. Then we're going to move along. So I have, I always protect the four corners. So I have two pink candles and two red candles. Make sure that when you work with candle magic, you know the colors and what they represent. Like I said already about this candle, it's a candle that has its own prayer in English and in Spanish. Oh no, it's in Spanish in this one, but usually it has an English one and a Spanish one. So you have to be careful when you do love spells, okay? Be very, very careful you're not reversing your shit. If things are rocky within your partner and you don't mind this person possibly leaving your life, if their contract has if they overstayed their contract, you can light this candle. If not, it's suggested, according to me, that you do a control, or how to control or manipulate your partner if things are not going well. And even if they overstayed their contract, then you want them to stay, because you are of God. You are God. You were made in I'm going to just say its image is how things work in alchemy. But because you come from God, you have the same elements as God. You have the same potential as God, right? You come from the all, you will go back to the all. So what was I saying? So anyway, because of that, you have the ability to control and keep people in your life as long as you can. Just ask yourself, why the fuck would you want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you? Continuing on. I have issues with some people and these love spells. They just, they think that witches can do it all. And some of us, such as myself, we choose not to, because some of you guys are crazy, and that will bring karma back into our lives, back into the witch's life. And I hate to use the word crazy, but that's exactly what it is. Like, as opposed to people being stuck in asylums for quote unquote being crazy, some of you guys belong in there. Some of you guys that claim to be absolutely quote unquote normal belong in certain asylums and like in psych wards where quote unquote crazy people belong in, because the amount of control you want to have over your partners is absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, sometimes I get disgusted by it. Anyway, moving along. This is Catholic Church dirt, and I use Catholic Church dirt for blessings. This is cinnamon powder, which I use for almost everything except for banishing. This is bloodroot powder, and this is great for mojo bags if you have the root for love. So this is sensual passion, Venus energy. Now, I also use Feinhu Greek seeds. Now, these seeds are supposed to be for prosperity, but if things are not going so well in your love life and you want to pick things up, or you want to pick these energies up, you want something that will rise the frequency, or that will, I mean, not the rise, will raise the frequency of whatever the situation is. So I use fenugreek seeds for that purpose. Sometimes things that are supposed to be meant for prosperity can be used to raise the frequency of whatever it is that you're doing. Except for banishing spells, I would not use fenugreek seeds for that. I have love rices from Dre the Psychic. He's here on YouTube and also on Instagram and Facebook. I will leave his Instagram name listed below so that if you guys want to order some love rice, you guys can do so. This is love rice that he made for me, and I'm going to use it for this spell, which I always do spells for love, whether it's self-love, whether it's love with a partner, or continuing love with a partner. That to me is very important, and I'll explain that in another video. Bay leaves are used for everything. Bay leaves represents to me in this spell work the 4 pillars of the Four of Wands, in which they form a foundation of my needs so that I can grow in the relationship, is why I use bay leaves. You could use bay leaves for any type of spell, it doesn't matter. I use the True Love oil. These I got at the dollar store, not really expensive at all. I use raspberry, which I love, because if for whatever reason you do not have roses or anything like that, you can, roses or flowers or sunflowers, you can use raspberry. I love raspberry for anything that has to do with love. It just works very well. I also use rose petals in this spell. These I dried up myself. I get them straight from my altars. I dry them on my altars. I don't put them in the microwave, nothing like that. And I have the Unconditional Love oil, which I make myself. This is in a jar. I don't sell it this way, but I do have little bins, not bins, little roll-on sticks that I use. And this is the Eureka oil, or Yoruca oil. Not quite sure how you, the oil, oh my goodness. The Eureka herb. I've been doing videos and stuff all day. Do not pay any attention to me. This herb is, or flower, is used to resurrect anything that is dead. It literally makes itself resurrect. If you put it in water, it'll grow back, it'll open up as if nothing ever happened to it. This is wonderful to revive anything, whether it's revive your money, revive your love life. In this case, it would be my love life, and you will see how I use it in the spell once the picture is uploaded, of course. So I wish you all many blessings, and these are the ingredients that I use for my love spell.